matches.
Let's quickly bring this up because TK, as of late, have banned the Man of War in almost every respawn I've casted of them. That could actually be pretty useful on the series we're seeing now because of, obviously, as I mentioned in the respawns, Breach Hardpoint, Evac Uplink, Breach GTF, Man of War.
Yeah.
Very strong in every
but
single one of
Octane
those.
is the guy that could use every single assault rifle that's in the game.
Wouldn't
be
that's
surprised
exactly
to see him take out something like the ICR, to be honest.
That's my worry on a map like this as well. Now, as we mentioned, Breach Hardpoint is map 1. As we go through the ban protects, very, very straight up so far. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Maybe, yeah, there goes the Shiva, and to finish things out, HCXC. Literally couldn't almost have a more standard setup in this first game. You got a little, I don't know what that was for you, but what is the worry?
I thought TK were going to do something different, but Rise, they ban out everything they wanted to and more.
Okay.
I'm sure they're fine with the HCs getting banned out. I'm sure they might be a little upset because these guys do like to use overclock, but sure, that gets banned out, whatever, but they split the attachments. They get both the tacticals out of the way. That's Rise's game plan. Every single game is to attack those attachments, those tacticals, but now we're into the specialist draft, right? Kinetic, Heatwave, Purifier picked up from TK. Probably see Gunjar go for the Scythe. Heatwave, Camo, Scythe, Kinetic. So it's going to be 3 abilities versus 2 weapons once again.
Wow. I am excited for this series. TK, they've definitely been practicing this past weekend. Rise, they're ready for this stage 1. Obviously, Rise just playing for seeding. They're already in that top 8. They're more than good to go. They're prepared to play for $250,000. I still don't think that will have any effect, though, on how hard they go in this series, right? Expect Rise to still give this their all. They want to be as high up in those seeds as possible. Heading into this one, looking at this best of 5, what chances do you have for TK taking this?
They need to find a way to steal a respawn. I think if there's any one weakness Rise have shown, it's been their search and destroy gameplay, and they're still pretty darn good at that game mode.
Okay.
So that's where TK can find an upper hand in the series if their search and destroy game is on point. But when it comes to the respawn, specifically Hardpoint and Uplink, those have been some of the best that we've seen from Rise.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with you on that one. Would not be surprised to see this be 1-1, just like that last series heading into Game 3.
TK just need to find a way to force the CTF. I think that's their best chance to take a respawn against this Rise team.
Okay, now, we always love to ask the thoughts of the people watching at home, whether you're on the live event viewer, whether you're watching from the Twitch stream. Guys, send us your thoughts. Use the hashtag CWLPS4. I feel like this is going to be one that you definitely like a lot. I don't care what team you're the biggest fan of. Tell me which players you've begun to like through stage 1. Obviously, a lot of new viewers come into Call of Duty. I get tweets all the time. We've seen them on the subreddit saying, hey, where can I find VODs of this? Or how do I get into competitive COD more? Who are players you become fans of so far in stage 1? Send us your thoughts at CourageJD, at RevanJB.
There have been so many. For me, Nagafen, Colchan, some of the newer guys as well. I mean, Blazefield. These are just some of the guys that I love watching. Every time we watch these guys, they seem to make big plays and they have high impact kills on the map. But, as you're saying, some new faces on the subreddit, r/COD competitive.
Yep. I'm picking Legal.
Legal, yeah.
Colchan. Another one for me. I agreed with you on that one. Either way, though, Breach Hardpoint, the map. Revan, prediction. Who wins a series? What's the map count?
I thought TK were going to do it. I can't go back on my prediction now. I'm thinking 3-2 Team Kaliber.
3-2 Team Kaliber?
Yeah.
Wow. So you think
the only way TK win this, I think, is if it goes to Game 5.
I think here's how the series breaks down for me, right? Because I'm going to say 3-2 TK as well.
You're such a copycat. Dude.
Here's how I think it goes. Rise win map 1, TK win map 2, Rise win map 3, TK clutch up map 4. Game 5, TK win 6-3. The game ends on Infection in round 9 with Neslo clutching a 1v2, and he gets up and screams in his room like there's a crowd around him.
It's a pretty specific prediction.
I just came back from the future.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
It's not that cool because I go 2 hours in the future, but I'm back. And I've seen where it goes. Maven's still alive, surprisingly.
That's always good to hear. But anyways, Breach Hardpoint, Rise versus TK. Now beginning. We're going to be watching Neslo to kick this map off as he's pushing right to the middle map. Does find one Rise player, takes down Octane very early on, but it's going to be a couple of Rise players, and just like that, 3 go down. The last player alive inside the Hardpoint, Neslo, comes out to 3 kills.
This is what I was talking about, man.
Inside the Hardpoint, he now has the most progression towards his specialist ability, and he's also working towards some score streaks.
Neslo's got his swag back, man. 4-0, still staying alive. Another challenge coming in. Runs out of ammo. Unfortunate there, but thankfully Sharp's there to back that one on up. gets the two-piece as well. Sharp and Nezlo's hot
Sharp
start
not
to this
using
game.
stock on his SMG. What do you think of that?
I mean, it's very good, but we've seen preference on players. Some guys like to use stock on certain maps, some on others they don't. On this one, maybe we see Sharp just hold angles more like he's doing, where you don't really need stock.
Yeah.
Where say, quick draw and grip could be a little bit more useful. 33-9 right now. Gunfight win there near top. AC should go in favor of Rise.
Look how far Gunjar spawns out now.
The rotation now coming in. Gunjar is going to be very, very far away. If he moves it as fast as possible, he could be the one to pick up this front door. Nezlo and Theory both recognize they've got to watch this bottom lab area. Nezlo already 8-3 in this game 1.
Yeah, these are some huge kills for Theory to make it. He's not going to be able to find a single one. So now spawns will be flipping. TK starting to spawn out.
See, look, he's just going to keep holding these angles. Sharp gets one, second comes in, gets the two-piece now, triple positive. They find the kill at the front door as well. Still pressure coming in the backside. Sharp doing whatever he can to stay alive. If he gets this kill, he's going to earn himself Heat Wave as well. Could be so useful to hold the rest of the scrap time. He weakens the player. Still, they're dancing around each other. Beautiful challenge from Octane, though, to break on it, and it's a two-piece as he snaps right onto Nezlo.
He waited until Sharp had to reload his VMP, and then he decided to challenge after that. But listen, TK, they're coming out hot. You got a lot of slaying coming in from Nezlo as well as Sharp. Taking a lot of pressure off Gunjar, who's having a rough start at 1-6. But now this can get pretty scary. Take a look at Octane. 100 points from the Lightning Strike. He's also using a Wraith. So if he's able to earn some of these score streaks, it could definitely turn the tides of this matchup. And we're going to be staying over with Octane because he could find some more kills here shortly.
I mean, this is what Octane just does in Hardpoints, right? He just somehow gets close to earning streaks.
Oh, he stays alive?
What was that engagement?
That was one of the more weirder ones I've seen, but it's going to be 4 down once again for TK as now Rise. They're going to find a way back into the game.
Now, I could definitely see Octane moving closer and closer towards this Wraith right here. Will get challenged from the front door. He's going to pre-fire with the M8. He gets Heat Wave, 225 off. He'll lay down, should be traded out. How are you alive? Oh, okay, doesn't get the Wraith, but either way, Lightning and Hellstorm, TK, their lead is diminishing by the second. Was about 40, now down to just 15. This is getting scary for TK fans. Rise getting the kills that they need to. Multiple specialists ready as well on the side of Rise Nation. They've taken the lead in the slaying in this game. Oh my gosh.
They're starting to heat up, man. Nezlo looks like he used his kinetic armor a little bit ago. Sorry,
where's the slaying presence for the rest of TK?
Yeah, they really start to slow down. That's exactly what I was about to bring up. Nezlo, he starts out like 6-1. Sharp was up there as well. Octane's starting to use some of his streaks to help his teammates win the rotation. Rise, they're heating up. They're winning their gunfights, and now they have early control.
Sharp was 6-2. He's now 6-9. So he actually hasn't gotten a kill since we last watched him in the cage's Hardpoint.
And that's one thing that you cannot do against some of these top teams. You cannot slow down at any point in the game. This is like the 5th time I've looked at the kill feed, and I've seen at least 3 go down for TK.
This has been the TK worry so far through all of Stage 1. Where's the slaying power on the map? Rise, it's what they're known best for. Classic. Love these challenges towards top sign, bringing the action to his opponents. It's been what? Oh, man, it's been every bit of an 80-second swing now in favor of Rise Nation as they're up to a 40-second lead.
When was the last time TK got a kill?
I mean, it's currently an 8 streak between the players of Rise Nation, and they're just going to continue to flood right out towards Lab.
Yeah, it's starting to push forward as they rotate around trying to secure anchor. Finally, Theory stops the bleeding, but Slack is there to pick up Sharp. Now he's working towards some streaks of his own, and he also has kinetic armor to use here. I think he's just looking to maybe get some capture points here as he's going to enter the hardpoint, trades the kill, gets the lightning strike, gets the Hellstorm missile with the capture points, he gets the Cerberus, pops his kinetic armor, finds another kill after that as he shuts down Sharp. Another play comes through the front door. Nezlo is able to stop Slack, but he's the only slaying presence for TK right now.
It's near positive 20 now for Rise Nation, and they've completely flipped the score. It's been 100 seconds to 2 in the last 3 hills.
That is rough.
As Rise have decided, you know what? Okay, TK, we'll give you the hot start. We'll give you a chance, but now we're not joking around. Up by 70, they've got a full lead. They're fully streaked all over the place. I mean, you can't ask for much more if you're a fan of Rise Nation.
Yeah, I think on the upcoming hardpoint, when we move back to middle, Slack is probably going to call him that Cerberus.
Is it Serby time?
Yeah, he gets shot from behind. Nezlo does fine too, but he's got one more player to take care of. But yeah, I mean, listen, you got Nezlo at 18 kills. He's got more kills than like 2 of his teammates combined. So that's always a rough situation to be in. Nobody else positive from the side of TK.
Well, here we go. Now the pressure coming back in towards middle map. Rise's lead now out to 100 seconds. You've got Octane with the scythe as well. The only player still in the single digits of deaths. So Sharp was 6-2. Now he's 9-18, so he's been 3-16 in his last 19 lives. It's It's a pretty rough spot to be in.
Yeah, Cerberus gets called in, but there we go. TK starting to turn things around. They get a couple kills, but they're down by 80 points overall. Slack moves in. He picks up the kill, regains control of the hardpoint as he finds himself on yet another kill spree. 21 and 13 for Slack. He is a great player to highlight.
He's
going
stuck
up right now,
oh,
yeah. Neslo is able to shut him down, but he's the only one doing anything, as we've been saying, for TK. A rough kind of transition for them in the later stages of this hardpoint. Gunjar does earn himself the scythe, and I think he's going to wind up bringing it out pretty soon as we move over towards cages.
Neslo has 5 less kills than the rest of his team combined. That's not a winning formula at all. He's at 45 engagements. Theory still at just 29, now 30.
And Slack just being a thorn in the side of TK, man. Can you slow this guy down? Can you stop him? Such a tough task. As Rise, they're now up by over 100 points, 108 to be exact. It's going to be Sharp inside the hardpoint. Let's switch over to him. As you see Rise Nation, they're setting up their break. And first thing you do, you play for spawns. Once you have those in your favor, well, actually, Looney spawn's pretty far away. But they should be able to rally troops a bit quicker here. Sharp is able to defend himself. He takes down Classic. As Rise, they need to settle down, reset, and try to break again.
Well, here it comes. 3 players now beginning to push in from multiple angles. The sight out from Gunjar. He gets traded by Classic. Pressure still coming in. Sharp gets one. He's got a player to help him in the hard point. TK, they hold the push. They'll get the scrap time as well. That'll bring them back within 50. But while that was one good hard point, they were at such a deficit that they can hold that full 60 and still find themselves in a very tough spot if they want to come back. They're not even on big streaks as well, so it's not even like they've earned score streaks from that one. EMP comes in. Octane gets the better of Neslo there.
This man needs to go big right here. You need Theory with his Purifier to find some kills.
But do you want the Purifier to just be brought out right away? I feel like you want the Purifier in the hill before anything else happens.
I mean, look, it might come down to that situation where, listen, you're running out of time. Only 30 seconds until Rise closes this game out. You got to bring it out and use it to break.
Well, Lightning gets called in. That's going to stop Sharp. TK still about 10 seconds of even having an opportunity to go for this break. That's going to put Rise at about 240. 2 kills do come in. Now the pressure from TK might wind up paying off. Slack wins one gunfight. He's got help from his teammates now flooding on in. Looney wins it, and now Theory decides to bring out the Purifier. They recognize that, hey, we need to lock down this hill or else or else Rise will be way too close to winning this series, or this game.
He only gets one kill with
Octane somehow gets a 3-piece, and that might have just been the dagger. Yep.
Yeah.
They're not going to win off this hill, but it's going to be close enough where really TK need to play more than flawless if they want to win this game.
TK, they need the scrap time. They might actually have to give it up to fight on an even foot in this rotation. Rise only need 11 more points to close out this first map. TK, they had such a hot start. The hard point comes up. Trophy system's already in place. Slack finds 2. Theory, well, he's got a tough task ahead of him. He's able to find the kill onto Slack, but nobody else in position. It should be Rise closing this one out here pretty shortly.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Rise Nation take map number 1 like we both really expected. TK, they gave some fight for the first 2 minutes, but unfortunately, Revan hardpoint games are longer than 2 minutes.
Yeah, I thought they were about to cause an upset here in map 1, the way they started this map off. Yeah.
I mean, it all had all the signs of it, right? Neslo triple positive, Sharp triple positive, Theory and Gunjar, they had slow starts, but they were playing the role their team needed. And then Rise's aggression just took over the map. They held the hard points they needed to. TK had 2, maybe 3 good hard points for the majority of their time. Then outside of that, it was just Rise.
The first one?
Yep.
Then the cages after that?
Yep.
Then the very next cages on the second hard point rotation. Once that first Palace hard point came around, Rise started winning their gunfights. It's like they flipped the switch, right?
That's what I said.
They really just turned things around.
I literally said it was like Rise went, okay, you know what? I think we'll now go to win this game. And they just decided that. They played it flawlessly. And they win. While it does kind of hurt TSM, I keep getting all these names mixed up because I'm thinking of all the different... My brain right now is like, okay, TK win this match. They find themselves at this many wins. I'm doing like the Zach Galifianakis gif of all the numbers flying in front of his face from, I think it was one of the Hangover movies. That's what's going on in my head right now. I see to focus on this match. I think that'll help me. As TK, it hurts them. They're down 0-1. But it was what we predicted, right? I don't think anybody expected TK to win that map against Rise Nation.
I mean, Sharp, even though he goes 16 and 25, he had a very hot start. He gets 2 minutes, 5 seconds inside the hard point. Neslo did everything he could in terms of slaying, but I mean, when you have 3 of your 4 players going, everybody going negative, Neslo around even, only -1.
I mean,
puts yourself in a tough position to win.
I think I think the words you're looking for, when you have 3 players that combine for -30, you're not going to be in a good spot. And this is really the highlights of where TK were holding strong. Sharp on a 4 straight closest streaks. Neslo was 6-1 at that point.
Imagine
TK
if Octane gets that rate.
Yeah, they're up 52-16, and then this is where it all begins to fall apart from here.
Yeah, as soon as Octane goes big at the end of that cage's hard points, he earns his streaks right around here. Was around like 100 points away from the Wraith, and then Slack just heats up after that. And here on the glass hard point, I don't think TK got a single second off that one.
No, not at all.
No, they actually didn't, because we were in the previous highlight. They were at 73, and they were still at 73 going into the lab.
Yeah.
It's really Rise when it came down to chaining kills together, slaying on the out. I think Rise might be a top 2 team at just picking up kills on the outsides of the hardpoint. It seems like that is their main hardpoint game plan, is just to have somebody like Octane just soak up time inside the hardpoint. He doesn't have to worry about any interactions because you have Slack, Classic, and Lumi just pushing out your lanes constantly and picking up kills all the time.
Let him do the job for you, right? It winds up working out. In the end, Rise Nation take that one. A pretty big score line. We have joined up into the next lobby. Redwood S&D will be the map. Now, we talked about the sniper presence in that Game 5 from TSM. Colchan still making it happen, even with Overkill banned, even with Thermal banned. In this one, who do you really expect to target snipers more?
Octane could bring it out. Theory from the side of TK.
Okay.
It depends on, if they decide to target it. I'm sure Rise would have no problem bringing out the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
But when it comes to search and destroy, as we were saying going into this match, this has been the one weakness that Rise have shown in some of their other matches. Can they hang and search and destroy? They're definitely very good and well-versed and well-practiced in that game mode. But going up against TK, this is a team that every time I watch their streams, they're practicing search and destroy in some online matches.
They most certainly are. Slacked gets that Shiva ban right off the start. Shiva snuck through a couple times in that last series.
There's the SVG
this time,
from TK.
Much more focus on it now. Goonjar bans the SVG. Now, have you seen Rise really snipe without an SVG?
I have seen Octane pull out the PO6 one time, but that was on Hunted, I believe. Just because he's just in charge of watching that B bomb site. We'll see if he brings it out here. The Thermal, for the time being, is still in play. There goes High Kaliber. There goes Rapid Fire. I expect the Tacticals start to get targeted here from the side of Rise.
Okay.
Because they're down to their final 2 bans. Yeah, there's the flashbang from Classic. And this is where TK can really change things up. And there we go. They protect the concussion. That's exactly what I want to see from them.
Yeah.
Especially if they ban Perk 3 Greed after. Perfect.
Now, do you ban trophies?
That's something you could do. You could ban Perk 3 Greed. You could ban Flak Jacket as well.
Well, they go with Overclock. I feel like that's not what you wanted to see from TK.
I mean, look, Rise is a team that loves to use Overclock. They're more than happy of letting that slip through. So that's still an okay ban from TK. Not something that's going to have a drastic effect, and it will be Rise finishing things off by banning out the HCXD. So
the concussion's really the big story of this one.
Yeah, but I think, maybe Blast Suppressor, Tac Mask. We'll see what kind of classes these guys decide to use, but I think Perk 3 Greed is now going to be a must to have on your class here.
We've seen a lot of Psychosis so far today. Even there, without a single specialist being banned, it gets picked. Active Camo follows it on up. You expect Heatwave and Kinetic Armor to come from both Sharp and Neslo. And then on the other side of things, Looney will finish out with probably a Heatwave himself.
Yeah, probably going to pick that up, and there you go. Neslo with Kinetic. So it's going to be Psychosis versus Vision Pulse.
Okay.
Kind of what we were talking about in that previous series.
Yeah.
Which do you favor? Do you favor Psychosis more than Vision Pulse? We'll see. Both have an effect on this game.
We've seen Psychosis be picked a lot over certain specialists today. We've seen now Vision Pulse. We saw Tempest as well, or Tempest or Annihilator, I think.
Because the Scythe was banned out in every game.
In that match, so, okay. Psychosis getting some love. Does that surprise you here? Because, I mean, that surprises me a little bit.
I think Psychosis is still okay on this map. I just think I always go back to the term consistent usage when it comes to specialist abilities. I think you get better usage out of Vision Pulse more often than Psychosis.
Yeah, I feel like that information is just so key for pro players because a lot of times when Vision Pulse is used, obviously the player who pinged it's the only one who sees it, right? But if you ping it and you get that information, even if you don't get to kill, pro player communication is so good that you can go, here's one here, here's one here, here's one here, and instantly you pick up exactly where they are, right? Where maybe like some lesser challenger teams. I'm sure you just heard Maven and Mr. X scream so loud that I'm pretty sure the building just shook. No idea what happened over there. Maybe they just love my point so much that they wanted to show me love.
I don't think they hear anything you're saying.
They hear nothing I'm saying. Right now I could say whatever I want about them, and they would have no rebuttal.
Say it. Let it all out.
No, I can't. I already roasted Mr. X enough saying that he wears perfume, which is true, but he kind of does that to himself.
He does wear perfume.
I said it smells great. You said it smells like lilacs.
Yeah.
So no lies being spread here at all on the primary stream.
Anyways, bring it back to the game. We've already seen Psychosis backfire against CLG.
Yeah.
That play with accuracy leading towards that A-bomb site on this map specifically. So it is something that has hurt players in the past. We've seen it countless times, especially on Breach, where somebody pops the clones and they all just take a dive off the cliff. So it is certainly something that you do get some inconsistent usage from. But I just really like Vision Pulse, man. I think it's one of the more underused specialists.
Now, as I mentioned before, we had a tweet go out where we said, hey, who's the player that you've really begun to fall in love with here in Stage 1? Okay. Super Loyal Boyfriend said, I've grown to love Phase Attach. How can you not love Dylan? He's just such a handsome devil.
Are you part of the attachments?
I actually have no idea. I don't know if I am.
I'm part of the attachments.
I'm sorry. I'm attached. I apologize that I'm not a part of the attachments.
That's a great name for like his subs. Like, it plays perfectly.
Not if you ban Primary Gunfighter. I'm sorry I said that. Get it? You get less attachments on your...
You see what I deal with, guys?
I'm sorry. Listen, viewers, I want to apologize backstage for what I just said. That was so bad, but so good at the same time that like only I will appreciate that. Here we go, though. Game 2 starting on up. I've left Revan speechless. He has no idea what to say. We'll see how many attachments these guys are using on their weapons. TK on offense. You got 3 attachments on that Gunjar M8.
All right, so TK on offense. Let's see what kind of tools they have available to them. So nobody bringing out a sniper on their side. They're going to throw out some early stuns and early nades to stop that progression from the defensive sides. Theory does pick up a burst onto that player, but it's going to be Sharp being super aggressive on this bomb site. Theory first blood takes down Slacked, but 2 of his teammates fall after that. Is just like that. We're down to a 2v2, make it a 2v1 favoring TK. A very fast round, and now it's all down to Octane as the bomb is getting planted over at that B bomb site.
Yeah, nice, solid round from TK. You love to see the aggression and the confidence out of the squad.
Oh.
Octane does have that Locust
Overkill
thermal.
does make it through, yeah.
With Overkill as well. Gives him the confidence to still pick that weapon. Tries a snapshot onto the player on bridge. Not going to happen. The challenge comes in. Gunjar, nice use of that. M8, TK go up 1-0.
All right, so that's a good start for TK. Just coming out strong, winning that first round. Definitely going to start to build some confidence behind them. And solid shots from Gunjar as he shuts down the sniper from Octane. Sharp was right there to trade the kill if necessary. But once again, a good opening round from Team Kaliber. But just like the Hardpoint where they had a strong start, they cannot slow down. They need to keep this going through the entire game.
Classic now on the offensive side of things. Alongside Octane. Octane will be the one that looks like the pressure towards top bunker. I don't believe he has the sniper on anymore. M8, will be his weapon of choice. Nesla with first blood again. Second round in a row for TK.
It's going to be Classic here to trade the kill, and very similar situation. Now we're down to a 2v2. Octane pretty far from his teammate.
Only 2 bursts left.
Yeah, he's confident. I mean, it's Octane we're talking about here. Anyways, Classic takes some fire. He's forced to back up. Looks like it might be a late rotation towards that A bomb site. Exactly what Rise have in mind here. Octane pushes out the lane, and TK, they're onto this pretty quickly, too. They're going to go ahead and rotate over. They might be able to maybe find that bomb carrier in transition.
Did he see the player on tree? Oh my. What? Theory, did you just close your eyes? Theory doesn't see anybody, falls back, Gunjar gets baited out and dies. And just like that, it's a 1v2. Theory tries to challenge one player, gets tagged up. They're going to go for the kill right now. He falls. Revan, you look flabbergasted.
I mean, he had him in his field of view, right? He saw that player wall running with no cover whatsoever. But doesn't finish up any kills. At the end of that round, Rise are able to hold on. A good rotation at the end of the round for them. As they're going to be able to tie this game up. But it's going to be TK back on offense. Gunjar's getting pretty close to that Psychosis. He's going to have a concussion as well as a frag grenade to use here.
Gunjar going to push up towards this B bridge. We saw what he could do in that first round. TK won from this position. Does toss out that first concussion. We saw TK protect that for just this reason. Shots through the trees, tags the player up, tries to follow up the kill. Nice. There it is. Sharp and Gunjar both strike first. Another solid offensive round for TK.
Nezo does find one middle map as well. Going to be calling for help as his teammates push up on that B bomb site. He's going to have Gunjar laying down some covering fire. The bomb gets planted pretty quickly into the round. As TK, they're in the better position right now. Gunjar finds the second kill of the round for him as he takes down Looney. And just like that, he gets the third as he takes down Octane. TK. Beautiful offensive push from them. Well executed as they go up 2-1.
Beautiful stuff. Gunjar, is this the same kill cam from before? Okay, no. This time he just launched a truck at the opponent there with the M8 to get that kill. Now, Revan.
Yeah.
Neslo always is the one from TK to play at that close middle stump on offense or defense. How do Rise try to counter that one?
They're not even using
rounds?
tacticals. They need to bring out some grenades just to slow them down.
Yeah.
Throw out a concussion. Maybe they're just not comfortable using them. That's why they ban them out so often. But TK, they're doing a 3-man flank.
Here's the map awareness
I'm surprised that Gunjar was so aggressive on that B site, especially when all 3 of his teammates are coming behind it. And just like that, Octane finds one. Almost found multiple, but immediately Rise, they get the bomb planted. Unfortunately, it's not planted for Lab here, but they still get it down early in the round regardless, as Looney, he's just waiting in the water.
Does Theory check this popular spot? No. Doesn't appear so. I mean, once he pushes top bridge, this round should be over. Theory now inching on up.
Yeah.
Sharp falls, 1v3, 20 seconds left. This is going to be round 1 for Rise Nation. Yep, 2-2. Rise staying in this S&D.
To be honest, I probably wouldn't have checked where Looney was either.
No,
You're not
no
really
shot.
expecting anybody to be waiting in that corner, but still, you got to check some of them. Anyways, it's slacked in the round any kill cam, as this has been as back and forth of a search and destroy as you could really get. Both teams trading rounds between each other. Now we're moving into round number 5. You see players starting to earn some of their specialist abilities. You got Gunjar already with Psychosis. Classic's getting pretty close to his camo as well. Just keep looking at that right-hand side of the scoreboard, and you can see the progression for everybody there. As nobody playing defense on A for Rise. Gunjar uses his Psychosis, but this could be one of the easiest bomb plants that TK will ever get.
Really wondering how they elect to try to push this round on out. Will be Gunjar watching the flank. Octane just strikes first blood. Sharp falls right away. Now a 3v4. Definitely still a winnable round for TK. Just going to need some clutch kills and maybe a failed execution from Rise. A stun goes in. One player hitting the lower wall run. They've spotted him. Tac mask on site will help. One player charges out. Theory's still staying alive. They've also got the player on the wall run to worry about. He's gone all the way below the trees. Now going to be a 1v2. Gunjar last alive.
Yeah, Slack the wallbang takes down Gunjar as Rise, even though they didn't have that position over near the A bomb site, they make it work on the retake. I think it was Classic hitting that lower wall run, able to open things up for his team, just being a distraction as TK focused in on him. Octane and Slack able to push in from their control room after that as Rise take the lead.
Let's see this from Slack's perspective, man. Nice shots with the VMP. Just decides to continue firing through that wall.
Ooh.
With that was looking like almost like the last bullet in his clip, right?
Something like that. He was running pretty low.
I mean, Revan, I'll also say it up
Look,
front.
if Rise win this map, yeah, 3-0.
Do they win 3-0?
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing. You're going into Uplink, one of Rise's best game modes. I think they do 3-0 TK if they win this search and destroy.
All right, well, Rise, in their weakest game mode they have, still more than holding their own in the S&D. First blood being traded between the two teams. Classic gets a better of Sharp there on B bridge, and that's going to be a green light for them to go for this plan right away. TK in another rough spot here in round number 6. Nice job by Theory, though, to make it a 2-on-2.
Yeah, Looney repositions with the assault rifle in his hands, and he finds one middle map. Going for the second, now down to a 1v1. Slack is here, trades the kill out immediately as he deletes Theory off of the map. Rise go up 4-2, and now, look, things are getting scary for TK.
Theory knew he was going to challenge him right here. Watch, ready? He already predicts it, but he just misses the burst. It was almost more like a snapshot. It doesn't really look like it from that perspective, but Theory gets the kill. Slack's peeking at that same moment. He just has to turn and just try to fire. Unfortunately for TK fans, doesn't work out there. Someone in this lobby has a dart. I'm not sure who. Let me quickly flip through.
It is Slacked.
Slacked with the dart. 50 off the lightning as well. Also 3/4 of the way to kinetic armor. Rise is going to hit a huge power spike in these next couple rounds. This should be first blood momentarily for Rise Nation. They get it. Lightning now ready to go for Slack. He'll follow this one on up. Gets the kill as well. He's got a Hellstorm. He'll challenge the third player.
Of course he's going to challenge.
Gunjar left in the 1-on-2.
Man, Slacked a huge round for him. Off the assist, he earns, I think it was the lightning strike. Gets the holster missile shortly after.
Slack
all back to Gunjar now.
He has to know bombs down, right?
Yeah,
does he see
right
this?
in front of him.
Yeah. 1v2. Gunjar going to go for the full flank all the way around A. Octane, you've had map awareness that's been very strong so far this game. Does it work out again for you here? You can see now he's getting a little bit more hesitant as he's watching that backside. Still Slack bouncing between different areas. Gunjar now inching up towards Lab. Does he see Octane sitting below bunker? It doesn't appear so. 29 seconds left. This is looking like it's going to be a round win for Rise Nation.
Oh, he dead.
Bye-bye. Octane gets him 5-2 Rise with, what, 4 straight round wins?
Listen, the thing the reason why Rise have been able to string so many rounds together is because they've started to bring out tacticals. They started to use some lethal grenades as well, and that's certainly something that's been slowing down TK a lot. When I pointed it out earlier in the round, earlier in the game, it was like 1-1 or something. I was like, wow, nobody from Rise using any tacticals or grenades. I wondered if they even had classes made. You see there, Slacked, he brought some out. It looks like him and Looney were the ones to bring out both concussions as well as a frag.
Fully streaked.
Yeah, I think you play around maybe like the Lightning here.
Well, does TK have any idea of the streaks he has at the moment?
No, because he's only 4 and 3.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's deceiving at the moment, right? As First Blood does go over to Sharp. Finally, some moments of life from TK after those first couple solid rounds in this game. Now they'll just continue to rotate this bomb towards A, and I actually really like this decision from Rise Nation. You've got Slack, who's got all streaks
no cover.
and kinetic.
You can't hide from any of this. You can't hide from the Hellstorm, the Lightning Strike, heck, even the Dart. There's no cover you could take at that A-bomb site.
TK did a good job rotating again, which is something they've done so far this game. Slack tagged up. He's going to hit off that tree. Movement. Beautiful movement to just stay alive. Bomb will get planted. In the 3v4 scenario, Looney needs to go huge watching over his teammate, and he's not going to do that. Slack should die here momentarily.
No streaks.
You know Looney's going to, Slack's going to be frustrated at Looney for that one.
Oh, Looney hitting the high wall already. Comes by both. He finds the kill on the Nezlo, but it's going to be Octane trying to come around on the flank.
Is he
the bomb is being defused. He pops his vision pulse, but it also reveals his location, and just like that, TK stopped the bleeding. They get the bomb defused with that, the round win. As Rise still maintain the lead, 5-3.
You know, we casted a 5-2 earlier tonight.
Yeah, we did.
And earlier tonight, the team that was down came back and won round 11.
You think that's the case here with Slacked, with Kinetic, a Dart, a Lightning, and a Hellstorm?
No. I don't. I don't think that's what's going to happen here, Revan.
So do you play around one of these streaks here on defense? I think you got to start using them. I mean, why not?
I mean, I think you just get control.
Looks like the Dart.
I think you get control of bottom lab, and yeah, they're going to send 3 players there, 1 watching over middle map, and then they'll elect to work off this one.
Because even if they go A, like you can still probably get one with a streak, right?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely, you can.
They're using a Hellstorm.
They know exactly where Theory's at. The Hellstorm comes flying on in. 2 kills already for Rise.
There's the Lightning Strike. Sharp's like, oh crap. Pops the Heat Wave though, and he gets killed from behind as he takes down Looney. Goonjar, the last one alive. They know exactly where he's located thanks to the ping on the Lightning Strike. The Lightning Strike will now get called in. He pops the Psychosis because he's like, well, I have it. I might as well use it. See if there's anybody flanking me.
Here they come.
Well, yeah, there is. There's the Heat Wave, and just like that, Rise close it out. 6-3 win over TK as they go up 2-0 in the series. Things are looking grim here for TK.
Things are definitely looking very grim, Revan. That right there should make TK fans feel very uneasy as Rise just won their biggest struggle of a game mode right there against TK. Now you're going into Uplink, and this is a Rise Nation team that is fierce in this game mode.
Especially on Evac, man. I'm thinking of the time when Rise get that ideal setup going. They have TK spawn trapped. How many points are they going to be able to put up on the board? I think this is a 3-0.
Also, I don't see Rise shying away from like an Afterburner Protect because there was no team better, in my opinion, on Evac at wall running than Rise Nation. We saw them make that hero play where they got 3 players stacked up outside kitchen. They have the front guy with the drone. He tosses it back. Classic tosses it to his teammate. They run the drone in. It didn't dunk right away, but Slack was there to follow up because they 3-man stacked. Rise love doing crazy plays like this on this map. Expect them to bring it out here.
If I'm TK, this is what I do. I protect the concussion.
Okay.
I ban perk 3 greed.
Okay.
Then after that, there's some things you could do to shake up the game. I don't think you go after Flak Jacket here, but I think then after that you probably go standard. But you use 2 of your, you use 1 protect on the concussions, then you use 1 ban on perk 3 greed, and you could really shake things up. So I think that's the best way to slow down Rise.
I just want to point one thing out, Revan, is when it was TK up 2-1, I brought up how Nezlo was the guy who just plays that middle stump and just gets there and can dictate the map for his team, right?
Yeah.
Once,
1-8.
and then, wait, let me finish really quick. You mentioned how Rise need to bring out tacticals. They do just that, and Nezlo becomes a non-factor.
This is completely true. Slack starts to heat up. And it's funny because somehow Slack goes 4-4, but he's got 3 bomb plants. He has a ton of points coming in towards his way.
Yeah.
He's actually the one that winds up fully streaked, even though he doesn't have the most kills.
11 kills from Goonjar is just not enough for it to work out.
It always seems like, where's the supporting squad? Each and every match for TK. It's like one player goes big, no one else helps. Then another player goes big, no one else helps him out. It's always like a one-man show for this TK team.
Very true. It just really all went into Rise's favor. This was the moment, right, where I just was like, I think we kind of looked at each other and just went, wow, this is done. I mean, once Slack got fully streaked, Rise were not looking back from that one, and they take the map 6-3. TK, your back's against the wall now. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to say I have no idea where TK end up if they lose this match. I don't know what odds they have. I don't know if they're even still in it. I have no clue how that winds up working.
I think they have a total of 7 wins, right?
Okay.
So there's still a chance.
Well, now let's
very
quickly,
low because
I think
their map percentage.
TSM just got bumped up to 9 wins now, correct?
Yeah.
So TSM, like if TK qualify, it's going to have to be in that 8th place spot, right?
Yeah.
But now, how many wins does H2K have?
I think they're also at 8. Well, we'll look at the standings after this.
After this one, let's see if we can look at the standings because I really want to try to figure that out because if H2K and Luminosity both have 8 wins, then doesn't that mean that TK has no way of winning, because no way of qualifying? Because then one of them wins tonight and they have 9 wins as well.
Depends on map percentage. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. But anyways, Bandit protects. Man of War gets protected by Rise. High Caliber, Rapid Fire go by TK. That's what? Why would you ban both attachments there? That's giving Rise exactly what they want. Then they're able to dedicate their next 2 bans on the concussion of those flashbang. TK takes out Overdrive.
Yeah. So from the looks of it, H2K are still at 7 wins.
Okay,
so,
7 wins, yeah.
So if Luminosity go into tonight 8-12, H2K go in at 7-13, then they need H2K to beat Luminosity tonight, because then if Luminosity beats H2K tonight and TSM lose this match, TSM's done. Because then both,
or TK's
done, because then both TSM and Luminosity are at 9 wins. TK still at 7. They can't make that up in one match.
Okay. Well, take a look at the Bandit protects and tell me who it favors.
In this one for me, Rise Nation.
Right?
Yeah.
Listen, those 2 attachments were banned out by TK.
What?
And then that allows Rise to get the concussion, the flashbang off the table.
Well, Rise are sitting pretty right now. They're feeling good.
Everything they probably wanted off the table came off. Aside from like maybe something like Overclock.
And they got the Man of War Protect.
Yeah.
So now it's like what TK loved to ban because they hate facing it is in play on the map that it's its strongest. On the map that made the Man of War famous, let's say.
Yeah. So Heatwave, Scythe, Kinetic, Annihilator for TK. Tempest, Kinetic, Heatwave, Scythe for Rise. So it's going to be Tempest, Annihilator once again here.
I'm going to say it right now, Reddit.
3-0 for Rise.
I'm going to say it right now. I think Rise 3-0, but also for the bigger picture, I think from just looking at things in my head and kind of breaking it all down, if TK lose this match and if Luminosity win tonight, we have our top 8 teams.
Yeah.
I think that's how it's going to wind up breaking down. Because then, if Luminosity beat H2K tonight, H2K are at 7 wins. CLG's out. If TK lose this, they're at 7 wins. TSM and Luminosity are both at 9. That's it. I think that's done. So that's really how it breaks down. It's either TK, you win this match right now and still give yourself a shot and hope that Luminosity lose later on, or TK lose, Luminosity gets the win later on, and there's your top 8.
Well, we'll find out if any of that comes true at the end of the night.
Yep.
The final match.
And between all this is still FaZe Optic.
Yeah, we still have FaZe Optic coming up after this. That's going to be a huge matchup. I can't wait for the rematch of that. I know we're talking a bit about the relegation, but H2K Luminosity, that will be the final match of tonight. So we'll see if your theories come true tonight.
We still have time. I do believe that we have the updated standings ready to go, so we'll quickly take a look at them because this is so key. I keep harping on it, but it's so important. This is it, week 11.
Percentage is terrible.
So yeah, exactly. Look, ready? TSM just won. They're at 9-12. They're sitting more than pretty right now. TK down 0-2. If they lose this match, and then later on tonight, if H2K lose to Luminosity, Luminosity are 9-12, TSM's 9-12, H2K and TK are both 7-14. That's it. Right? That's it. So that's how it'll really break down. If you're a TK fan, here's what
So TSM are in 100%. They're going to be in the top 8.
I'm not going to say statements like that yet.
Well, I mean, look, if H2K win, they're at 8. They can move up.
I mean,
sure, it's still going to be pretty close, but I think TSM are pretty safe.
It's one of those things where it's like TSM lose tomorrow 0-3, and H2K and TK both win their final 2 matches 3-0, 3-0. Then the map win percentage could swing in their favor. TSM could lose. I'm not going to go out and say that as of yet. It still scares me.
All right, so tomorrow H2K will match up against Envy. Luminosity goes up against TK. We know that TSM face Optic, so I guess it's still doable if H2K win tonight against Luminosity.
Yeah.
But if Luminosity win, both teams are safe?
It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. I think the number one thing that could happen is Luminosity lose tonight, TK somehow come back and win this, and it goes in tomorrow with TK Luminosity both tied.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing that could happen is TK winning Uplink against Rise Nation.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing of all this is somehow TK winning Game 3 Evac Uplink right now against Rise Nation. I'm sorry, you're probably bored hearing all the theory crafting, but I've had so many tweets of people breaking down what they think that if I don't acknowledge it, I will be charged at a cutscene with pitchforks and hated forever.
It was pretty close that you were almost charged out of the scene.
With the Courage Curse happened.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I made it through that one. Would just be another bump in the road. TK, you got a big bump in front of you. And unfortunately, you're running low on fuel. Can they get out of this one? As they're down 0-2 to Rise Nation. The drone's already been picked up by TK. They're going to push this one through middle map. That's going to be Sharp with the objective. Let's really hit triangle, see what he's got on this class. Afterburner, so he will go for these crazy lower wall runs.
Yep, and because Nuzzo got taken out so early on,
and
Sharp had no more lead blocker. Now Nuzzo has a chance to go big over at the neutral drone. He's going to find some Rise players coming in, rotating from middle map as well as back glass, so if he could find the kills.
Neslo trying to spot if there's any player in this bottom pool side. Nice couple kills in middle map from TK. They're now going to begin to put on pressure towards this drone. You want to see TK strike first, Revan, right? You want to see them get something in their favor. A couple more kills, and now they should know this glass side is all cleared out. Unfortunately for them, though, Slacked is already pushed up, and this is what makes him such a great aggressive SMG, is he's always there at the right time to get the kills in kind of rotation towards that objective.
Yeah, he also knows when he could slow down on the map, right? And he knows when to pick up the pace and start being aggressive. That's going to be 3 down shortly for TK. Rise, they pick up the drone. Octane slays ahead. They push out the lane, but they can't get the one-point toss off. It's going to be Neslo waiting in the corner. Octane is there, but he can't trade the kill. Neslo with the 3-piece. As it's now going to be TK pushing out the lane. They get control of the drone, but Looney looking to stop this one.
Now with the objective pushed on up, Sharp has a lead blocker as well. Unfortunately, though, Neslo does get traded out. Kills going for either squad.
Toss.
Looney gets the flank onto Sharp. Octane gets the drone, and now they're going to rotate this one right towards Kitchen. Everyone's going to spawn up on him as well because those back helipad spawns are being blocked out by Theory. Oh, this is going to work out perfectly for Rise Nation, Revan.
Yeah, they're pushing out a little bit ahead of
And with
Octane.
Afterburner as well, he's going to soar right on in.
He's going in, and he gets the dunk. It's going to be Rise. They strike first with the dunk as Classic. He finds 2 off the back of that.
I told you, man.
Theory maintaining this forward position, though. This could be big for TK.
It makes so much sense for Rise to want to have Afterburner in, honestly, because it's just so easy for them to know exactly where to wall run. It all makes sense, and it's working out in their favor.
All right, let's see if Rise can keep up the aggression, because so far, I still think this is a decent position for TK to be in. You know, they're on the least favorite side. They're only down by 2 points. Neslo going along the run. He's taking some shots, goes for the 1-point toss, and he sinks it. May have been able to get the dunk, but plays it safe as Gunjar follows up with some slaying of his own.
Oh,
Neslo maintaining
did he see the
this
shadow?
forward
No.
spot. May have caught a glimpse of it, but he falls shortly after that as now Slack goes big on the defensive end as he finds 2. Theory trying to slay ahead.
Yeah, he's you have TK in a tough spot already, right? We keep mentioning it. And if Rise can just rack up some points right now, I feel like that's just going to swing so much in their favor. Rise, such a momentum-heavy team. We've seen in Uplink before that. Once they get a lead in their favor, they can just rally in points time and time again. Sharp at the pick. And that's actually going to work out in Rise's favor as they go for a dunk. They have a favorable spawn in the back of the map. Neslo as well with Kinetic. He'll get it off the map. Nice job by Sharp to stop that score from going in.
Yeah, clutch defensive plays. Great interception from Sharp. I think he wanted to toss it off the map, but he just got killed before he was able to do so. But Rise, they're holding their position strong, and they get a dunk along the back of that, and there's still plenty of time for them to get points on the board.
Most certainly 4-1. This is where the nerves start to come in. Rise Nation, one of the best teams at just rallying in scores. Sharp now holds off that objective, and if you look at how the minimap is developing, they have a great opportunity to get this one in, but unfortunately the flank does get in play by Classic, and just like that, that push has been stopped right in its tracks once Neslo dies. Yep.
Yeah, Neslo trying to be a nuisance, but Rise coming off the respawn. They're able to rotate back, help out the drone carrier. It's going to be the Tempest now, deployed by Classic, still trying to find some more kills. He was able to pick up 1 in the grand scheme of things, as now Slack pushing forward. He also has Kinetic to use. Looks like Octane helps him out, as I think, yeah, it's going to be another
6-1. Slaying power in favor of Rise, score in favor of Rise.
I want to say Looney used this heat wave there. I didn't get a chance to catch it.
I would more than assume so, as the bar is just beginning to fill back up. This should be another slide dunk from Classic, 8-1. Revan, every score that goes in, you just feel another tear drop from the fans of TK's.
Yeah, for sure, but keep in mind, you know, we see this happen a lot. TK, they're definitely not out of that because they're going to have a chance to do the exact same thing to Rise on this upcoming side. They just want to kind of mitigate the damage, right? You know you're probably going to go into the half in a deficit. It's just a matter of how much. Yeah. And this is a good chance for them to put 2 more points on the board here.
Definitely is. Theory going on up. He'll settle for the 1, but either way, brings it from a 4-possession game back down to 3. TK, though, you need a clutch upside, too. You're down by 6. You have 1 more opportunity to score. Don't know if it's going to happen. Gunjar goes for the long one, and it gets picked up by Looney.
Yeah, just tosses it off the map for safety. So going into the half, it's going to be Rise. Up 6 points. TK, their backs are now against the wall. 5 minutes for them to win this map.
Yep.
Otherwise, it could potentially be all over for this TK team.
It most certainly could, man. TK fans, you need to support your team now more than ever. Unfortunately, though, you've got Rise Nation ready to close this series on out. If you look at the specialist meters on the right side, 3 near ready to go for TK, only 1 ready for Rise, but that could be the one that makes all the difference, as it's going to be the Scythe of Octane. Is it already brought out? It doesn't appear so as of yet.
It's not glowing yet.
Yeah, first engagement coming in from Theory. He'll win 1. Nezlos cleans up Slack as well, and just like that, it's actually Classic left last alive, and he'll get that drone off the map. Heads up play.
I think he tossed it in the water, actually.
It's going to go for the full 15 seconds then.
Yeah. No, it's in the water.
Oh,
it's still
that
playing.
water. Okay,
yeah.
okay. I thought you meant at the bottom of the map. I was like, oh, okay, so we got it in the 15-second spot. But either way, TK can push up with this objective.
Just settle for the 1.
Sharp goes for the long-range toss.
Oh,
picked off by Classic.
Oh. Heat wave. The drone
falls
on the map, but his teammates they have control of the neutral drone area. Sharp trying to slay at the Rise base. Just like that, he finds the kill onto Looney. There's one thing in the mind of TK right now. That's going to be getting this dunk. And this is a good start to coming back into the game. Nezlo does die shortly after, but Sharp is there for the kills. Still trying to maintain control of the Rise base. Sharp's starting to heat up.
Sharp is going man mode right now. 6th streak, calls in the HC. You've got Theory getting the cuts as well, but who's this player getting the spawns in bottom laundry?
I think the HC definitely influenced the spawns right there.
Oh, no, that's going to catch TK completely off guard. They go for the long one.
They get it.
Connects 8-5. Sharp still alive, now on an 8th streak. 1 kill, earns him 2 streaks. He gets it, Sharp. Monster streak from him, now 9 kills in a row. Make it 10. One of the biggest streaks we've seen from Sharp in the COD World League. Theory's going to go for this dunk. TK are back within 1.
What a start from TK. They have streaks to work with, as you said. They're just
They're
down.
still alive.
By 1 point, they're maintaining control of the base. Sharp, I think he's just going to settle for the 1 point toss to tie this one up. And he sinks it. Just like that, TK find themselves right back into the game. Kinetic armor now popped here by Nezlo, just trying to slow down the advancement from the Rise players. He's able to find 1 there as TK. Everything's going to stabilize. Things are going to slow down. The lightning strike now being called in.
That doesn't hit anybody. Classic actually gets a kill.
1.
Finally does find 1. I believe the player, Looney, fell off the map after getting weakened by it. Now the drone being pushed up right through middle map. Octane with this objective. He still has a scythe ready to use. When does he bring it out? It does look like TK will be able to hold this push off. If they can clean up Slack, should happen momentarily. There it is. 8-8. TK have tied it back up. Did he see the shadow of the player above him? It doesn't appear so, as that Hellstorm's going to come on down, kill Looney. And Gunjar will have to toss that one off the map.
Yep, but that works out for TK. He has 2 teammates around this area. Even though Theory does fall, it's going to be now Nezlo trying to fight from a different angle. But Looney team kills with the Semtex there. Nezlo can't find a single kill there, as it's going to be Rise. Now they have a chance to start moving this drone forward and a chance to retake the lead.
As they begin to rotate this drone, they've still got it inside pool. Gunjar, it's scythe time. He gets 2 kills with it, knows the player with the objective is right below him. Elects to swap off that weapon. Kills going in favor of TK. There's 4 dead momentarily. Gunjar, no! Misses every single bullet. Classic cuts him down. And with 2 minutes left, TK are doing everything they can to hold on to
Everybody
this
on
uplink.
Rise has their specialists, so that's a scary spot for TK.
This is looking very, very grim for Team Kaliber. The HG gets destroyed as well. Minute and 45 seconds. TK, you need a miraculous hold with all 4 specialists ready to go.
All right, so time's starting to wind down, though, in the second half. A minute 35 left on the clocks. Kills starting to come in on the side of TK. 2 go down for Rise, but there's Looney. He responds, and all 4 go down for Rise.
How?
This is the moment TK have been waiting for. Do you push in for the dunk? Looks like it's going to be the 1 point toss-up from Sharp. And just like that, he sinks it as the Tempest is brought out from Classic. But TK, they take the lead.
9-8. Rise in a tough spot. Looney somehow has flanked all the way to TK's base. He'll get cleaned up by Goonjar. Classic and Octane find kills. Theory.
There's the Scythe.
The Scythe has been brought out now by Octane. Octane trying to pre-fire that area. Theory just going to begin to peek yet again. Octane gets taken down. They're going to rotate this drone back towards their base. Heatwave gets used. Looney now rotating this one, and here is where that crafty wall running can come into play. Neslo's been spotted. He gets taken down. Now a 4v3 number advantage for Rise Nation. Slack still alive with his teammate. He's got kinetic armor as well.
Everybody from Rise here.
They challenge. There's the kill. Slack gets the entry. They follow into Kitchen. Multiple players from TK back in their base. They've got Heatwave ready to go as well. Looney doesn't settle for the one. He's going for the dunk. What?
Oh, he's got it.
Okay. I thought he just missed. I thought he pulled a Crim 6. Did you hear me? I was like, how'd that just happen? TK.
I heard you.
Now within one, Goonjar gets taken down from behind. Only 14 seconds left. Theory needs to make the play of the stage for TK. It's not going to happen. They'll fall in the final moments. Rise Nation win it 10-9. And TK lose this series 3-0.
What a start from TK, though. I mean, that's exactly how you want to start that side off. They get the scoring train going. They're able to tie it up and eventually take the lead. Rise, they get one opportunity to score on that side. They get a dunk from it, and that wins them the game.
Wow, that was scary for a second there for Rise Nation. I saw, we see that a lot, right? Where you want to make sure you wait, then you dunk because you want to get pressure near where the drone spawns back up. But the way Looney floated on it, you could see as he's popping back and forth, and out of nowhere, his teammates go, "Don't dunk it, don't dunk it!" And he just goes, darts to the right. We saw Crim6 last week in the 25K, I believe, float over the portal, miss, and not get the score. Thankfully, his teammates did follow up and score that one. Either way, though, Rise Nation in the final 20 seconds dunk it in. Sharp, your best performance, I'd say, in Uplink, 28 and 22.
He got streaks.
A 10 streak with streaks, 2 throws. Not enough to carry TK to a victory there, and they lose that series 3-0.
Yeah, heartbreaking loss for TK. I mean, that was almost that might have been their relegation lives right there. That
was the worst case scenario because that also affects map win percentage, which is the first thing that is looked at in a head-to-head tie. So, unfortunately for TK fans, your squad struggles, and Rise Nation take the win, putting TK in a rough spot for relegation, man.
But, I mean, Slacked and Classic really show up for this map, 27 and 23. They're tied in just about everything aside from carries. They have the same total score. Big plays made by them, and as you're saying, Sharp, the lead slayer this time around for TK, but once again, when it comes to TK, nobody else positive for their team.
Yeah, it just looks like a lot of times TK just had one player really just kind of lagging behind, not pulling the weight they needed to, and it's something that's plagued TK throughout Black Ops 3. That game, you didn't get as much pressure as you would have liked in your top class from, let's say, Goonjar, from Team Kaliber. Here's your highlights as TK lose that map 3 in the narrowest of margins. As we'll look forward to the next series, which is going to be FaZe Clan versus Optic Gaming.
Wait. Say that again?
FaZe Clan versus Optic Gaming.
Woo! What a matchup to follow this one up. The Green Wall versus the Red Militia. Without a doubt, it's going to be a great series, as this is the play you were just talking about. Looney just wasting time off the clock, allowing his teammates to rotate back towards that neutral zone. The reason he got the dunk kind of a little bit prematurely is because his teammate died in that back room.
Yep.
The hub hat, so he's like, oh crap, I might as well dunk it. Didn't even have to use his heat wave on that last play. And also, you got to give credit to Slack. That kinetic armor used to lead in that final push. Perfectly used.
It was flawless communication from Rise in that final push. They traded efficiently. I don't think they even lost a player, now that I think about it. They got the kill on Neslo. They followed up in the kitchen. They popped kinetic, and then they dunked it, with one more follow-up kill. Perfectly done by Rise Nation. They clutch up TK. Lose that series 3-0. Guys, we're just halfway done with the action tonight. Up next, we've been so excited about relegation. We've got two of the biggest names in Call of Duty, FaZe Clan versus Optic Gaming. Oh, trust me when I say you will not want to miss this one.